Stuff. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toromont Cat's presentation of the new Contractor GC series of Caterpillar standby gensets. My name is Ron Cocking. I am the industry manager for electric power for Eastern Canada at Toromont Cat. Just a quick housekeeping item, just so everyone's aware. We are recording today's webinar so that we can post it to the Toromont social media sites to allow the folks that can't join us today to be able to share in the information we provide today. You want to move on there to the next slide? Great. Joining us today, as I mentioned, I'm Ron Cocking, EP Industry Manager. From Caterpillar, we have David Stutzman, who is the Territory Sales Manager for Caterpillar, who supports Toromont in our endeavors in this market. And David will review any questions we have in regard to the product. The approach we're taking today is we have a video presentation from Caterpillar that they delivered a short while ago. And following that, we'll have a question and answer session. You'll note in the side panel you have a Q&A option. If you enter your questions there, we'll address them at the end of the session. Also joining us today is Keith Mock, Electric Power Account Manager with Toromont Cat. And Keith is going to discuss more regional requirements of the package. So for example, our cold weather requirements here in Canada. And that he'll also be available at the end of the session to answer any questions you have. So please feel free to send any messages you have into the Q&A, and we will follow up with those at the end of the session. On that, I think we're ready to roll on.
Hey, okay, David, do you want to introduce yourself and just talk a little bit about the background of the GC product, and then we'll get into the video?
Yes. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. Thanks for having me. Again, my name is David Stutzman. I'm a representative for Caterpillar, work with Toromont. Very excited to be here today to talk with you about our new product line. I say new, it's actually been out for a little over a year and a half now. So a lot of units out there all across North America, many of them, and the product continues to roll out through the KW ranges we'll go over today. Certainly a very successful product. We're very happy with this product. We did do a huge virtual customer and contractor webinar maybe about 4 months or so ago. We actually had hundreds of participants from all over North America, specifically on the GC product. So we took the opportunity to record that session so that we wouldn't have to repeat the same thing over and over and get legal approval for it. So that's what we're going to show you today. And in this video as well, there's an actual customer walk around of the actual product. So you'll see one of our Caterpillar reps physically with the product walking around at the video, and then also a lot more in-depth information on the product line itself. So thanks again for having me. Very excited new product introduction, and I'll hang around at the end for any questions, specifically towards Caterpillar. Thanks again.
Great, thanks, David. So just before I start the video, because everybody's on different browsers, different devices, it may not show the same on yours as it looks on ours. So you'll notice highlighted there in the bottom right corner under the video, there's a few controls which will allow you to expand or full screen the video. So if you're not seeing it large enough, you should be able to change it there. If you have any technical difficulties while the video is playing, just send us a note on chat and we will troubleshoot that for you. Without further ado.
So we'll get this presentation kicked off. Thank you all for joining. I will be going through our newest product model offerings for the Caterpillar product line. So very excited to be sharing this with you. And just another reminder, any questions, please place them in the chat. Thank you. So the agenda for today, so I'll go over why Cat GC, what is Cat GC? And I'll go into a little bit more detail, but most importantly, how and what is changing and what's not changing is the most important question there. And then we'll go over some customer values and the Caterpillar values. We'll go through a walk around video, and then we'll open it up for some questions. So why Cat GC? I get this question quite a bit. And what is GC? What does GC stand for? So GC is a model designator for us. It does not stand for anything. It is just what we use to identify this specific model line. So Why did we decide to go with CAT GC? On the machine side, you all know, if you're aware of our machine group, we also have a CAT GC model line for our machine product. So with electric power, we wanted to take a deep dive into where the opportunity was in North America. North America, the grid is very strong. So we realized that the vast majority of applications that our electric power gensets are going into are all standby, right? Because we look at the generator as almost like an insurance policy that box in the back of your building there. So we wanted to do a little deeper dive into what our customer wanted, what our customers needed, and that is why we decided to unveil this new product and add it to our product portfolio. So what did we hear? So what we did was we wanted to see what customers thought was important, what was, the important decisions in that the buying factors in making those purchasing decisions. So what we did was we went out to a third party and we asked them to administer surveys through about 166 contractors, qualitative and quantitative research. So we had some surveys, we also had some questionnaires. And in doing that research, what we realized was that when we break it down, we usually have two different customer buying personas, right? You have your customers where our dealerships and Caterpillar has a relationship with the end user. So this is who will ultimately be taking ownership of the generators. And then you also have electrical contractor B, which is contractors that are bidding to an end user. So whether it's a school, a hospital, local municipality, wastewater, what have you, but they are bidding for the right to, to build out that project. So the buying criteria is very, very different when you look at those different situations there. When we have a direct relationship with the end user, there's always the ability to help design and build that product. And what customers in that buying criteria usually are looking for, they're looking for, higher cost upfront, but lower cost of ownership. So, they're willing to pay a premium upfront because they know that the Caterpillar product, the 24/7 emergency line, our customer support, our parts availability and whatnot. So that's very important to them. And price is not really an option. So when we look at electrical contractor B, this is where the vast majority of the North American market lies, right? This is where you have your public bids. A lot of the times with the tenders that are going out, you have more than 3 or 4 suppliers that are bidding for the same job. So there's a lot of emphasis on price and just the ease of doing business with your local supplier. So very limited access to the end user. And we wanted to make sure that we are looking at our customer base and addressing their concerns. One of the quotes that we received actually as a result of this research that we did was someone, one of the contractors said, well, every time I work with Cat, I feel like I'm buying a Cadillac. And while that's impressive to us, we feel like, okay, good, you're getting, what you want, you're getting a robust product. One of the insights was, this is a standby market and not necessarily having a Cadillac in the back as an insurance product is not always the best thing. So we wanted to make sure that we were developing a product just for the electric power and the standby market in North America. So what is changing? Most important, what's not changing? We are offering a new competitive product without sacrificing the Caterpillar quality. One of the biggest challenges we gave to our engineering departments, hey, look, we want to optimize this for North America standby, but we don't want to sacrifice any of our Caterpillar quality. We're not sacrificing our product support. We're not sacrificing our parts availability. The way we support this product is the same as our traditional product. This is just an addition to what we currently offer. So we wanted to give our customers more options to choose from when deciding to go with Caterpillar. So appearance difference. So the unit here to our left is our current Caterpillar C9300 kW unit, and here and to the right is the new Cat GC models. This is also a 300 kW unit. As you can see, there is a significant reduction when looking just eye level here. There's a significant footprint reduction. These two units are 300 kW units. They are both on 24-hour fuel tanks, and they're both going to give you that standby power that you need. So we're very happy about this, because you get the same power, and then you have to pour less slab, less fencing, and lower installation costs for our customers. So we're very excited about that. Digging a little bit deeper into our footprint reduction at the weights for our C9 through C18. So this is our inline 6, which is available today. So this is going to be your 250 kW all the way up to 600 kW. We have lowered the weights anywhere between 18 and 26%. And then if you look at the dimensions, we've lowered that anywhere between 10 and 31%. So you can see significant reduction in price. So when we're talking whether it's freight or installation costs, we have our customers in mind and want to make sure that we are doing what we can to help you win more business. So going through our product line strategy, one thing to note here, we said we did not want to sacrifice that Caterpillar quality, right? So when you look at the product line here, we are adding to our traditional product, but 60% of the options are the same between the two product lines. That's because we're using the same engine, so your motor is reliable. You'll see that in the walk around video that I am going to show you all at the end of this presentation. And as you can see, when you were looking at the CAT GC models, like I said earlier, this is a product that we released just for the North American standby. And we know that most of our opportunity out there in North America, because we have such a stable grid, most of the opportunity is going to be focused around standby. So going a little bit deeper into what the Caterpillar offerings are, for the CAT traditional product, we have prime and standby. With our CAT GC, we just have stationary standby only. We go anywhere from EPA Tier 2 all the way to Tier 4, depending on the KW rating for our traditional CAT product, whereas for CAT GC, since it's standby, we only need to be EPA Tier 2 or Tier 3, depending on the rating. All of our products are UL 2200 listed, CSA certified, NFPA 110, and then also meet 100-mile-an-hour wind capabilities. When going to our enclosures, our noise and material, for the CAT GC models, we only have a sound attenuated or an open skid available, whereas for the traditional CAT product, we have open, weather protective, and up to 2 different sound attenuated models that you can have. You can also get a steel or aluminum options for the traditional CAT, and then yellow or white paint. With our CAT GC model, we have white paint only available, and then there's no optional viewing windows, steel enclosures only. But if you do want to use the CAT GC in other applications where maybe it may be a coastal thing, you can also order it open and then have custom enclosures with any of our products. So that's good news there. And our fuel tanks, we saw that vast majority of North America, the requirements, especially when we're talking in the bid spec world, is usually our tanks. So that is either skid based or 24-hour tank available with the CAT GC product. And then with our traditional CAT product from the factory, you can get the 24, 48, or 72-hour. In some cases, a 660-gallon tank as well. But if you are looking for something more or less than that, please get in contact with your local dealer, as our dealers do have the capability of giving you that offerings of whatever it is that you need if you want to customize or whatnot. We're going to go into our voltage breakers and alternators. For the CAT traditional product, we have a 208, 240, 480, and 600 volt. For the CAT GC, we have a 208, 480, and 600 volt for Canada. When we look at the CAT traditional product, you can get up to 2 fully rated breakers and a 3rd optional. For CAT GC, again, looking at vast majority of the opportunities that we see in North America, 1 fully rated breaker is needed and the 2nd optional. One quick note on that is that as the NEC codes are changing, we're seeing more need for docking stations. So if you want to have a quick connect to a load bank, or maybe even if you're a temporary generator, just having that docking station locally there in the building, one fully rated breaker is usually what you'll need. And there's more on that. Caterpillar does have offerings for docking stations. So please get in touch with your local dealership if you want to know more about that. Our alternator leads, so you got 12 leads that come with the traditional CAT product. That means they are reconnectable. And then on the CAT GC, you know, depending on the kW size that you have, you can have either a 6 or a 12 lead. Going into the control panel, this is a brand new control panel for Caterpillar. Most of our customers are used to the EMCP panels that we have on a traditional product. We're very excited about this control panel. The user interface is optimized just for our customers and to make it easy to for installation and whatnot. So one of the feedback I've gotten from various installations that we've had is I've actually had a tech to go out on site, didn't have any training on the model itself, you know, just had general, you know, startup training. And when he, you know, was hooked up to this control panel, he's like, hey, I hadn't had any formal training, and everything is pretty simple, and configuring it to the customer's needs was pretty easy. So when we talk about startup, this control panel is really key in that, and this control panel is also key in the user interface, so that if the Caterpillar dealership is not there, our customers know what they're going through. So it's good. So other considerations for our GC projects is that the installation. This is where we want to make sure that we're making it easy to do business with us. So of course, because of the reduction in footprint, you'll see a smaller pad. And then when we go into landscaping or fencing, or even when it comes to freight, you don't need a bigger crane because this is lighter and smaller. So that's very good for us. And then when also we talk about startup, I've mentioned that our technicians have given us a lot of feedback saying it's much easier to actually to go through and start this unit up. This is good for our dealers and our customers as well. Some of the various applications that we've seen GC already installed and is currently providing backup power as we speak. Local municipalities, small commercial buildings, large residential, healthcare facilities. I've seen it go into a lot of agriculture up around the country, even in Canada, and we've seen it at police precincts and whatnot. So our customers trust this product, and we wanted just to share with you our product, our addition to our product offerings. And the customer value. So like I mentioned, we support the product from cradle to grave. So whether it's the design phase or maintenance, we want to make sure that after we commission the product, so once the unit is startup, we know it's up and running, we turn it over to the end user. That is not where it ends. So our team will go out and try, and make sure that we're communicating with the end user, making sure that they're trained on the product that they have, preventative maintenance, of course. And then if they want, we have the ability to remotely connect to the unit. So remote asset monitoring. So if you're not there in the building physically, you can get updates on your phone or your computer, and you can, see the vitals of that generator set you have out back, and make sure that in case there's anything going on, that it will run. This is perfect for times like this. I'm in Houston, so we had a hurricane scare, and we did not, I was expecting that maybe some power would go out or not, whatnot, but as it is hitting the Louisiana and Texas border, those are the areas where you want to make sure that, hey, if you're not physically there, at least you can keep an eye on your genset and make sure that if you have anything that needs to stay powered for the duration of the storm, you have the Caterpillar genset there. Also, we have extended service coverage. So this is pretty much our extended warranty that can vary anywhere from 1 to 10 years. In some cases, some customers will go for more, but that is available with our product. That you have that insurance policy if needed. So very excited to be sharing that with you all. So this is my last slide before we go into our GC walk around, I just want you all to know that Cat GC is here to help you win. We are aware of all of the challenges involved with installing and just the business atmosphere with installing Caterpillar, with installing backup power, period. And we just want to make sure that we're providing you superior quality, optimized just for your success in the market. So if you're winning, we're winning. So let's work together, win business, and we'll complete this project. And our dealerships are here to help you all win and help you every step of the way. Please see the next video here for our walk around.
In a few moments, I'm going to walk around this D350 GC Caterpillar unit. But before that, I want to let you all know this product is available today in our 250 to 600 kW diesel offerings. And we will be releasing the 50 kW all the way up to 1250 kW rating for the Cat GC package. So be on the lookout for that. We're expecting to release that very soon. But in the meantime, let me take you on this walk around of the D350. So the first thing you notice here when we open the door is our new control panel. This is our GCCP 1.2. This control panel has enhanced user interface, so it makes it easy for our customers to interact, toggling between screens and different preferences that they want and setups that they want on this control panel. This control panel is NFPA compliant. Our engineers designed this product to be optimized for many different applications. And as a result of that, we saw that all of the space claim that was used in this package is designed for a reason. So there's nothing to go to waste. There's no extra metal here. Everything has a purpose. And in that optimization process, we've reduced the footprint of this generator. So this helps with the cost of installation. This helps with startup. And we wanted to make sure that we're saving our customers some time and money when it comes to installing our generators. Opening this next door here, we see the radiator and our engine. This is the Cat C13 13-liter engine. And this is the same engine that goes into various Caterpillar product, whether it is on the machine side or the power system side. The 13-liter diesel powers our 350 kW genset all the way up to our 400 kW genset. This is a tried and true product. It's been around for many, many years, used in various applications, as I've mentioned before. All right, so come with me out around back and I'll show you the other view of the generator. We open these two doors here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that beauty. Everything is easily accessible, as you can see. Standing straight up, you can access most of this generator package. It makes it easy for doing work in and out of the generator package and startup. This is what we're talking about when we're talking installation. Everything is so easily accessible. This generator is sitting on a 24-hour fuel tank. This is UL listed. As we all know, generators are insurance policies. You know, we may have a stable grid here in North America, but when power goes out, we want to make sure that box sitting in the back of the building is starting up, right? So this genset will give you 24 hours of runtime. Very robust genset here, and we are very happy to be unveiling the Caterpillar GC product line. All right, that concludes our walk around of this Cat GC 350 diesel generator. For more information, please contact your local dealer. Please stay safe and have a great day.
There you have it, everyone. And so your local dealer is Toromont Cat, obviously. So we're here to support you with this product line, with our account team. If you have any questions, you can always send an email through to powersystems@toromont.com, and it'll reach our group, and we'll help you out. And talking about local dealership, there are some specifics that we'll want to speak about here in regard to the packaging for our market. And Keith Mock is going to address that for us right now. Over to you, Keith.
All right, thank you, Ron. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keith Mack. I'm account manager for Toromont, covering the southwestern Ontario. I hope everyone enjoyed the video from Caterpillar and the walk around that we had with the D350 GC. Just a quick recap, the coverage for the GC line is from 40 kilowatts all the way up to 1250 or 1.25 megawatts. The 40 to 600 kilowatt range in the GC line is currently already available, and we do have a lot of those ratings in stock in inventory. And then also the 800 to the 1250 kW range will be available for ordering later this year, with deliveries available for Q2, second quarter of next year. Also wanted to share with you, as Ron alluded to, some of the regional requirements in Canada that we commonly see in some of the upgrades and modifications that we perform. The first one being CSA 282, otherwise known as life safety or cold weather upgrade. With that, we commonly add these to our packages if they're not available from Caterpillar. And that entails adding motorized intake dampers and gravity discharge dampers to the air intakes and discharge. And that helps to basically seal up the unit to prevent any of the wind or weather from coming into the enclosure to keep it warm. We also add a space heater, again, to keep the generator warm, just to add to its reliability and longevity. The other elements that we'll add to that for the CSA 282 would be interior lighting, and not listed here, but distribution panel, just to keep all these accessories packed up. And moving on, we've got other custom modifications that we commonly perform. The fuel tank, for example, that you saw in the video, that's more of a United States type tank. The ones that we normally offer here in Canada to meet CSA B139 as well as TSSA requirements would be generally a longer tank, one that extends past the generator enclosure. So we would offer those, or if the ones from Caterpillar already come with those, then that would also meet those requirements. And also, we talked about the enclosure. The ones from Caterpillar are generally 75 decibels at 7 meters or quieter. And if those suffice, then we'll use those. Otherwise, we do offer our own, customization of those, or we can also build a custom enclosure with walk-in capability, or even lower sound level outputs, going down to 50 or 55 decibels, we've seen at times. And some other custom mods that we'll perform commonly are adding additional breakers and whatnot. So just to give everyone some ideas of some of the common regional upgrades that we'll perform here at Toromont. And probably pass it back over to Ron to open it back to the floor if there's some questions.
Thanks very much, Keith. Thanks for the presentation there. So yes, folks, that's the presentation portion complete. We're open to any questions that you might have that we can address here. Also, as I mentioned, you can reach out to us at Toromont Power Systems, Power Systems at toromont.com, and that email will arrive at my desk, and I will share it out to the appropriate account manager in your territory. Right now, we don't have any questions. Does anybody have anything they would like to learn from us? No, very quiet. We answered everything you need to know on the product line. We're very good at that. Is there anything else, David, you'd like to add to the conversation right now?
Nothing in particular. Thanks again, everyone for coming. Again, we have this new product line has been out for a little over a year and a half. So there are many units that have been out there in the field running. Certainly, many satisfied customers. So I would definitely implore you to reach out to Toromont and look into this new product a little more for each of your opportunities.
Thanks very much, David. So since it's pretty quiet in the question area, we'll wrap it up.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. There are a couple of questions here that we have. So it's kind of touched on, but one of the questions was regarding lead time and inventory. So what are you inventorying, and what is the typical lead time on these units?
Sure. So from an inventory perspective, we do carry a few units of each power node in our inventory. And actually, we carry nodes that are most popular, more of, and a fewer of the less common nodes. And then from a delivery perspective, if we're ordering new from factory, right now lead times are in roughly the 18 to 22 week time frame, David.
Yes, that's correct. Currently, yep.
Yeah. So we always keep, and in our inventory, we keep it in two methodologies. One, we'll keep a skid unit open, ready for slight customization based on the packaging that Keith defined. And then in our other inventory, we'll carry the Caterpillar prepackaged solution. So the prepackaged solution obviously is quick to deliver. It could be, from inventory, can be there within a very short span of time. When we do a slightly custom packaging, typically that'll require about 5 to 6 weeks for us to have a tank manufactured and the enclosure prepared for that unit. So it's good for expediting the process. And then more custom solutions we would probably order from the factory with those time frames of 18 to 22 weeks.
Great, thanks, Ron. Someone also asked what the standard frequency is. I believe these are 50 hertz and 60 hertz both available.
Well, for our market, it'll be 60 hertz, yes.
Yeah, okay. And then there's a question regarding spec sheets. So I can answer that. We have most of the spec sheets on toromontpowersystems.com/GC. If you follow that link, it will redirect you to what we have for specs, and we're constantly adding to that as well too. That's all the questions from the chat. So
okay.
Hey John, I have a question. Maybe for after this presentation, I guess we'll be sending a follow-up email to the same distribution list, and I'm just thinking that on that provide the email contact that Ron referred to earlier, that if there's any questions that anyone else has.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, technical requests, or pricing requests, they can respond to that powersystems@toromont.com, and we'll receive a copy of the recording as well too.
Okay.
Great. And we will post it to our social media sites as well, folks. So if you want to share it through a link to somebody, that can be done as well. Okay. So to wrap up, folks, as you can see in the presentation, what Caterpillar has done here is looked at the market and said, how can we bring a quality value product to the market that opens up opportunities for our valued contractors and customers. And so this is that product. We see a great technology here based on well-known and very successful engine platforms that has come in with a more cost-effective scope that allows us to be a little more competitive when it comes to these opportunities. Bridge that with the advantage that Toromont CAT as a dealership brings to the table in our broad footprint across the territory. You're probably not more than 4 hours from any of our branches, which allows great support from our technical support and our services, combined with some of the technologies that Caterpillar is rolling out in terms of tracking your assets and communicating with them. Puts together a pretty powerful package that will drive success for everyone. So that is what we're looking at today. Again, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. I want to thank David Stutzman for his support and Keith Mock for his value added in his portion of the presentation. And thank you to all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to listen to what we had to say today. And we look forward to working with you in the very near future to help you with your standby power requirements. And with that, everyone have a great day, and we'll chat with you soon.